Claude just dropped huge new update that I personally believe will disrupt the entire vibe coding industry. They have integrated a full AI app inside their chatbots. They named it Artifacts, and it now allows you to build full websites, apps, games, and more inside Claude. Chances are, if you have been paying for Lovable or Cursor or Windsurf or Bolt, Replit, etc., Claude might very soon replace them. And by the end of this video, I will show you what Claude can currently do, some real-life use cases, whether it's currently worth it, and what you should be doing in the future. First of all, let me show you how and where you can do this. When you come here to the left side of the screen, you can see Artifacts. You can just click here, and first you can see some cool things that people have already been building with Claude. And secondly, you can build your own artifact, all inside Claude on both free and paid plans, which I really love. And another really cool thing which make this different than, let's say, Gemini, because they already had Canvas and you could display the code, is that you can actually publish it with Claude and share it with other users that can use it for free using their API keys. So when we come here, we can see a lot of cool things people have been playing with. So you can see here this snake game that people built. I mean, it looks pretty basic, but this is literally early days of this release. So I think in the next couple of weeks, not to mention couple of months, this is just gonna become exponentially better. Another cool thing that I've seen is that someone has built like a game over here where you, I think, answer questions. Another thing that I saw, which is kind of basic but still cool, someone built like Pomodoro timer that you can use when you're working. You can set it up to whatever, like 25 minutes, and it can work inside Claude, or you can deploy it outside and use it. Now, I also wanted to show you a couple of personal use cases, and honestly, I was a bit disappointed with Claude, so I will also go through the current negatives that might change in the future. So the first thing I tried to build is this YouTube headline generator. Now, it looks kind of alright, nothing special, it looks good, but the issue is I fed it some headlines and gave it the results that it wanted to give me, but when I pasted my description for the YouTube, it totally broke and it gave me some random headlines that are not really good, honestly. So I would say it failed the test. And when I tried to fix it, we ran across issue number 2, which is that you're quite limited, especially on the free plan, because I'm on free plan on Claude, and you cannot really iterate too much, right? Even I saw people complaining who are on the paid plan that after an hour or two they got out of credits and they had to wait for like a couple of hours to use it again. Now, I pasted the script from one of my videos and I went to generate headlines, and this is what I got. Honestly, it's currently better than it was yesterday when I was initially testing it, because it was like adding some random keyword that was like totally misplaced, but currently I think it's a little better. Let's see what it got me. The Claude script that's worth 100k a month, totally made it up. What if I told you Claude could make you 5k? Pretty basic. Behind my 100k. So it's also like hallucinating. I never wrote that I did 100k a month in this, so I don't know where it got this from. The Claude question, I mean, you could arguably change this, but I never mentioned any amount of money I made with Claude, so again, it's kind of like imagining things. The Claude question, then he's just making things up, and it has nothing to do with the headlines that I pasted to teach it, right? So it looks good, it generates headlines, but it's not as accurate, at least the one that I have tested. And by the way, if you're into AI and how you can use it in your business to bring more leads, more clients, make more money, and save more time, I release 1 to 2 new videos every single week, so consider subscribing and liking this video if you got any value from it so far. And then I was like, okay, maybe this is too advanced for it. Let me just build a simple sales page with pre-headline, headline, sub-headline, and a form. And I sent it like really detailed prompt, but this is the best it got. Like, it's pretty bad, honestly. All white, black, I don't know. And I did tell it, or I used the prompt that explains the colors that I want, everything. And again, it looks pretty bad, I would say. So this is, I think, pretty early. So I'm gonna give them that. By the way, when you wanna share it, you just go to publish over here on the top right, and you can copy the link. So when you come to your browser, you can just paste it, and you can see how it looks. Yeah, so this is it. It looks pretty bad, right? And again, another problem that came as I was trying to fix it on the free plan, you get pretty limited and you cannot chat anymore inside that chat. So I ran across that issue as well. However, even though it's currently far from perfect and it's quite limited and the output is not the best, at least from my personal tries, I would say this will likely change the entire vibe coding industry. I think a lot of apps like Lovable, Bolt, Cursor, Replit, etc., there are so many of them, will be in danger. First, because Claude is coming to the scene, and why would you pay 20, 30, 50 bucks for additional tool when you can pay for Claude, get an entire LLM that also connects with all other apps, is pretty good, and you can get the coding part of it within that paid plan, right? So it really makes you wonder. Obviously, we would need Claude to be much better because I have been using other apps and they just crush what Claude is currently doing. But keep in mind, Claude is one of the best coders out there and they probably have much more resources. And I wouldn't be surprised in just a couple of weeks or a couple of months that it will crush most of the other tools. And here is another thing to think. Guess what? Other giant companies like ChatGPT and Gemini and Grok will probably not let this pass by, so they will probably do something similar, and this might be the starting point where the entire industry is changing. And a lot of people, I assume, this is my prediction in July of 2025, that you will be able to build like apps and websites and sales pages all within your LLMs. You can deploy them, you can share it with other people, and as long as they have an account, they can use them. And that's pretty insane because honestly, vibe coding has been one of my favorite things that I learned to do this year. So I'm pretty excited to see where Claude will take this, because honestly, if they make this better, even though I already pay for ChatGPT and Gemini, I will gladly add Claude as my tool of choice for building apps and websites, etc., etc. So here is my recommendation for you. Go to Claude, play with it. Whether you have free plan, you will probably be more limited, but you can build some small things out. If you have paid plan, you can probably play much more with it, try things out, see how it works for you. And again, if not right now, come back in a couple of weeks, and I'm pretty sure the output that Claude will be giving will be so much better. Again, I believe this might change the entire industry. Very soon, you'll be able to build lead magnets here, apps, sales pages, websites, games even, so there will be no limit to what you can do with this. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, I want to show you how I built 2 fully functioning apps with Lovable in under 15 minutes, so check this video out and I'll see you over there.